one man, tossed eternally into the wilderness. He will have to battle and beat some of RuneScape's toughest monsters in order to supply and upgrade his weaponry and armour. All of this whilst being able to be attacked by any other player at all times. But who would take on such a fearsome challenge? I present to you, Wildanator. Previously, on Wildanator, we managed to achieve our second 99 on the account, which was hit points. We made some decent coin killing the Revenants. We also explored the Avarice buff and tested a ton of Scold Revenants. Got the Dragon Spear, which was over a 1 in 10k drop. We quickly realised that skinny red Pokeboy was our best in slot at Vetion, and quickly became a veterinarian. This man walks tirelessly for hours on end, passing foul beasts and civilization where they cannot understand his native language. All of this for access to water. You, yes you, sat watching at home with easy access to a water source, or living in an economy where you're able to venture to your local store to pick up some water-filled vials. Please never forget how lucky you are to live in a world of such luxury, not having to slay innocent victims to rip grimy herbs from their corpses. But there is light, where at one point it never seemed possible against all odds. 70. We continue on, 71. Until we hit what at one point seemed an impossible goal, 72 Herblore, and we gain access to ranging potions. Hello guys, and welcome to episode 46 of the Wilderness Only Ironman series. Yes, that's right, it might have taken us a hell of a long time, and with the kills that I did on mobile, we killed about 60,000 Chaos Druids, but we are still able to make our first ranging potions, and I, for one, am super stoked about it. Here we finally are, taking a sip of that sweet blue juice. I can't imagine there's many accounts that have hit nearly 25 million ranged XP before consuming a range potion. But it does now mean we can go from 99 to 112 range. Jagex giving me a little GZ and chucking me a 500 KM.
Hee hee hee.
Fucking loser.
I want to make some coin for some runes. As we started using the Tharamin Scepter a bit more, we do actually burn through elemental runes with the Fire Wave. We use 5 airs and 7 fires at a time. So I'd just like to stock up on a tons of those and a tons of other runes like Natures and things like that, because we'll have some big smithing grinds in the future. I've got a little bit of a hoarding issue with the rune items, so I don't really want to sell those because I'd love to stock up an insane amount and just look at them one day. But we do have loads of Onyx Bolts and Battle Staffs, so I'm going to get all these out up. I'll be doing it in the deep wilderness, whilst doing agility, whilst camping low HP so the obstacles hit less, so there is a decent bit of risk to this one. Doing agility got me very close to 99 mage, so with very short notice I called out a few of the gang and we went to Lavas to get that 99. Like to keep everyone at the toes of these parties, nice little multi-spot, 38 wild, but super stoked to get 99 magic, and that's our third 99 on the Wildy Boy. We have now run around this course 2,500 times. We are completely out of alks now, so that's where we're probably going to leave agility, I think, because we've done plenty of run around in circles, and we've got a very nice level coming up, which is level 80. We're obviously trying to get level 89 for the hard Revenant shortcut eventually, but there it is, level 80 agility. So we have 20 mil cash after those alks, not too shabby at all, but I've pulled out a load of other stuff that could be raw GP if we didn't have a hoarding problem, and it is pretty bloody balmy. But anyway, time to buy some runes.
Greetings, traveller. Would you like to buy some runes?
Yes, please, mate. I need 20k fire waves, so I'm going to need 100k air and 140k fire runes.
I'm sorry, traveller. I can only sell you 700 of each rune at a time. You could try hopping worlds for a fresh stock.
Right, okay, so who do I speak to for this fresh stock?
Me again, traveller.
Hang on a minute, if it's you again, you clearly have the runes, so I'll just take the lot off you now.
I can only sell you 700 of each rune, traveller. Try hopping worlds and speaking to me again.
Mate, I've just spent ages running around in circles, turning items into gold with my bare hands. Just sell me the bloody runes.
I can only sell you 700 of each rune, traveller.
So we ended up spending hours and hours on the world hopping simulator and actually bought a load more runes than I'd initially intended. Reason for that is I went and I wanted to get 400k mind runes to get ourselves another 100k cast of the Slayer Dart. We had 38k bloods in the bank, so we now have a ton of runes for fire waves that I can use with the Tharaman Scepter, along with 50k nature runes for the upcoming smithing grind. So thankfully we're pretty set on runes for a while. We were doing a bit of Slayer up at the Wilderness Slayer Caves and we got attacked by this gentleman. I can't wait for this place to be updated because we're going to get abyssal demons and whips and things like that, and it's going to be super cool. But for the time being, we were just hoping to sniff ourselves out some of those beautiful Larannual keys. 70 skeletons, that's going to be some Vetion. I've started using Vetion to black the Hellhounds, as you can see, so we use a lot less prayer per kill now. Ooh, very nice. A Laren's key from one of Vetion's skeleton hellhound spawn. With this skeleton's task, each Vetion kill is equivalent to 5 skeleton kills, as he spawns 4 hellhounds per kill and also Vetion himself. Kill of that final hellhound is task over. Whilst the kills aren't super speedy, my god are they a damn sight better with the spear than the 2H. On screen is the loot we got from the task. 90 bears means 90 Callisto. We've been up at the Revenants quite a decent amount post buff. Obviously we're still chasing that Vigorous Chainmace, which I really hope to get one day. But we are trying to build ourselves a nice Ether stack, which is the main reason we're there. I now have range potions, so I wanted to try and take the crossbow up to Callisto and use it on this bear's task. See how frequently it hits with the range potions and whether it's pretty viable compared to the VLS. Always a great feeling when you get a maximum max on you and you manage to tank and escape him. That's going to be 1 million golden pennies to add to the bank. Within the same inventory, we also got another 500k emb. 500k emb coming in. Another day at the Enclave, some more dodgy dealings going in. This looks like a nice little lure being set up. So this is how the rev log is currently looking. We've killed over 33,000 revenants now, as you can see. About 17,000 of those have been unskulled orc. Drop rate for any weapon from the unskulled orc is about a 1 in 15k, and we haven't seen any from the orc yet, so I'm hoping to get one soon. On screen is the kills from the 5k post-buff revenant kills I've done. I have a picture of 10k pre-buff rev kills, so I'd like to get to 10k post-buff and compare the two pictures. Once I've done that, I've decided that I'm going to start sculling up with the crawls and just risk it and pray that I don't make any silly mistakes. I've started dying a lot less anyway, and before I start sculling after the 10k kills with the crawls, I'm going to sesh out 89 agility to make it even safer. Famous last words. And with the kill of this big bear, it's going to be 500 for 100 grimy toad flax, so a really nice drop on 500. Always a beautiful drop to see. I believe that's Dragon Pickaxe number 10, so into the double digits. PK comes just as we're about to finish up Callisto, so we decide to quickly get away, bank, and go back to Callisto. I would absolutely love to be able to, with proper mechanics, be able to face tank these bosses, and I'm hoping next year when they update them I will. But this is going to be a prime example of a clip why face tanking them at the moment is just not viable whatsoever. This Callisto task was not plain sailing at all. Next few clips are PKs that actually managed to get me, but there were so many more that I either logged or got away from. It just seemed so insanely busy, and at one point I was only managing a couple of kills per hour. Thank the Lord that one is over. We now have a task of 78 Chaos Druids. We are still hunting all of the robes, and we'll be staying there until we get one. So it's only about a 1 in 500 per piece, so hopefully we shouldn't be there that long. And with the kill of this Chaos Druid, that's going to be task over. No Elder Chaos within this task, but hopefully we'll get some soon. At the moment, within the wilderness, PKs seem to be out in full force, but Druids tend to be a fairly easy escape, so I shouldn't have too much trouble, even if we do end up running into PKs. Look at this cheeky little fella trying to get the old skull trick going. He's probably going to have a pretty hard time with the measures that Jagex have recently put in place. Oh, never mind, looks like they're not waiting for the old skull trick anyway. Hey, there it is, Elder Chaos top, not a bad one to get, and finally we got one of the pieces. Ooh, snazzy. It's not really, is it? It looks a bit shit, but it's one ticked off the list. So I've had a request a few times to be showing the old bonk, and it's actually hit over 500 mil, which I think is pretty cool considering I only collect stuff within the wilderness, and it's the end of the year, so it will be nice to be able to compare to next year's. So I thought, hey, why not? Let's do a little clip of the bank. So as you can see, we are over 500 mil, a little bit of cash, always need a little bit of cash. Some loot and bag notes. I'm not going to go through absolutely everything. If you want to pause or ask me about anything, if you're wondering, how do you get that? He says he got it in the wilderness, and I'm not sure how you can get that in the wilderness. I will be able to explain absolutely every item, apart from the moulds, which we got at one of the early episodes as something we're allowed to make jewellery. But we've got tons and tons and tons of runes, as we bought in this episode. Oh, don't want to grab that one up. We've got some various foods, some strange foods in there, really, considering we're wilderness only. But some of that's going to be used to get kicking up later. We've got a load of rings, we've got some potions, various amounts of potions. Prayer Restorers, the ones we use the most. Obviously we've got Super Strength, and we managed to unlock the Raging Potions this episode, which I'm really happy with. A load of bones, we need to do some prayer training soon, so yeah, I'm probably going to do a Green Dragon or Lava Dragon grind at some point to get a really nice prayer level. And then this is the second tab. This is kind of like our loot sort of tab, if you will. Obviously we've got the Scorpio Pet. We've got 21 Slaren's keys. I'm hoping to collect 100 before I bust those open. Now we have the Dagon High, just to see what we can get from 100 keys. As you can see, we've actually got Ether in the bank, which is awesome, because normally we're scraggling around for that. Both wards, loads of surplus shards, so we'll probably get a fair few wards over our time. We've got the Elder Chaos Druid, which we added in this video. The Elder Chaos Druid Hood, which we lost, which if you remember that one. 9 Dragon
dragon pickaxes, so I absolutely lied. We don't have the 10D picks at all. Obviously the dragon spear, which is coming really handy. Loads and loads of dragon and rune items and addy and armor and all that good stuff. We got a load of gems, ores, I guess you could call this sort of skilling stuff, because we do want to get 1500 total, so we're not that far away. Some ranging supplies, lots and lots of bolts and arrows and things like that. 29k cannonballs, only if we had access to a cannon. That would be really nice to be able to use, but we're never going to be able to use that. Herblore supplies, we will keep plodding on with the Herblore because we're going to be wanting to make potions, although I don't think there is anything else we can unlock from Herblore now, but it is nice to be wilderness only and have quite a high Herblore level. Seeds, we're obviously never going to use those. Sometimes I just drop those to people, sometimes I let them account up in the bank. 310k pure essence, not going to be using those. Logs, and then just some miscellaneous stuff. 57 long bones, that'd be a nice bit of construction XP. So yeah, that's the bank. And as always, at the end of the episode, we like to review our current goals and how we're getting on with them. We've had some boss KCs go up, as you've seen throughout the episode. We now have the Elder Chaos Druid top, so we've got one section of that ticked off. We actually, discluding the pet, only have 6 items left to tick off, but we do have a Season 2 in mind when the Slayer Caves and bosses and things get updated like that, with a whole new list of goals. That's going to be really exciting. And as always, an absolutely massive thank you to those of you who support me as a YouTube member. I've decided just to put it down to £5 due to the infrequent uploads. I'm hoping 2022 we will pick those uploads up a little bit. But a huge thank you to Air, Weezers, Mr. Pancakes, Guitar9, GBMF, Alex, ELUW2, Anime, and 2 new members, Mr. 202mil and Ian Beatty. Thank you very, very much, boys. I would like to take this opportunity to thank you all for this year and wish you all the best for 2022. I hope you all hit your goals, and until next time, thank you and goodbye.